All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we actually have a very interesting video coming out right now about the European Consumer Organization that apparently is targeting multiple AAA studios for violating EU consumer protection laws. Now, what they're going after is they're targeting monetization, predatory monetization practices, and I'm glad to see that somebody out there is fighting against this nonsense that a lot of AAA studios are trying to do to become extremely profitable video games by overly predatory monetization tactics. Now, I've been saying this for a long time now, and I'll continue to say this. The conversation around gaming is not just about from an ideological standpoint, right? Like, we're not just fighting against the people who are psychopaths that want to make everything woke so that they can see themselves in every little thing that they create. It's not just about that, right? It's about the actual monetization aspect too, because what they are doing, especially Ubisoft, right? Ubisoft, Epic Games, with their battle passes and everything, Ubisoft especially, are terrible when it comes to their monetization. They are being extremely predatory, all because they're trying to push people to their subscription services. So let's get into this article, guys, from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says the European Consumer Organization accuses a number of major video game developers and publishers, including Ubisoft, EA, Epic Games, Roblox, and more, of violating EU consumer protection laws. In a press release, the organization announced it sent an alert to the European Commission and the European Network Consumer Authority, CPC Network, informing that they believe these various game companies breach EU consumer protection laws. Furthermore, the organization said it was calling on authorities to ensure that traders play by the rules and provide consumers with safe gaming environments. Now, before we get into the actual breakdown, we've known for a long time that when it comes to like Epic Games, for example, right? Fortnite is the like patient zero of what you know today as a battle pass. They are the ones that everybody copies. They are the ones that everybody tries to mimic, okay? When it comes to these battle passes and all this stuff, they're the ones that get copied. Why? Because they've been proven to be the most successful when it comes to getting money out of people, all the way down to certain predatory actions like making certain items just a certain right amount of cost so that it has to force people to buy more money even though they don't necessarily need more in-game money. It forces them to buy the higher bundle just so they can get that one item that they actually want, right? So the whole thing is priced out and specced out to make you spend as much money as humanly possible. And again, I understand the games are free to play, so because of that, that's the excuse, right? That's the excuse that they use to push the certain predatory monetization practices that they know are not exactly in the best of light, you know, or in the best of interest for gamers. They know that, but they don't really care about that, right? At the end of the day, it's a company, and I understand it's a company trying to make money. I totally get that. But there are certain things that are absolutely predatory, especially when you realize, and they know this, that a lot of their gamers are under 18 years of age. So they know that they're very impulsive. They know they're going to either steal mommy and daddy's credit card, or they're going to try to convince mommy and daddy to get what they want, and they just profit off of it. So let's look at this list here. Specifically, the organization shared the following. Consumers cannot see the real cost of digital items, leading to overspending. The lack of price transparency of premium in-game currencies and the need to buy extra currency in bundles pushes consumers to spend more. Now, that's literally what I was saying before. That is the Fortnite model, right? They will price a certain skin, let's just say, right? A skin will cost just enough to be more than the cheapest bundle, but that will force you to buy a more expensive bundle just to have enough points to be able to buy that one skin, and you'll be left over with just enough points so that you have to buy another bundle in order to be able to afford another skin. It's all set up this way. Then it says that in-game purchases should always be displayed in real money, an example, euro, or at least they should be displayed the equivalent in real-world currency. Companies claim the gamers prefer in-game premium currencies are wrong. Many consumers find this unnecessary step misleading and prefer buying items directly with real money. Now, this is a fact, okay? When you go and tell someone, hey, this thing costs 2,500, I don't know, in-game currency, they're going to look at themselves, and a lot of these kids are going to be like, oh, 2,500, okay, so that means I only need the second most affordable bundle. Let's just go buy the bundle right now. And it doesn't translate in the same way of saying, oh, by the way, this skin is going to cost you $35, right? Like, it doesn't translate. And before you notice, 2 skins cost the same as 1 game. It's insane how much money these companies make just by doing stuff like this, but they know it works, which is why everybody copies them. It says consumers are often denied their rights when using premium in-game currencies tied to unfair terms favoring game developers. Now, this particular thing is very important, okay? And this is why it should be real money. The reason why they use currency is a twofold situation. Number one, they use it so that people don't understand just how much it actually costs. It doesn't computate in their brain how much they're actually spending until it's essentially too late. But number two, it's a protective asset, right? So these companies, if they want to make an ideological decision and they want to remove certain skins because let's just say something bad happened with that person, right? Looking at Dr. Disrespect, for example, his skin got removed from a game, and the people who spent money on that skin, they weren't refunded their money. They were refunded the points that the skin cost, and that point is worthless because the game is dead. So why would I want to be refunded in points for a game that's dead? I should be refunded my money. But that's the beauty of this, right? The company gets to keep the money, and they give you points that are absolutely freaking worthless, especially when the game is dead. So the reason why they do those currencies is to protect the developers so that if they ever have to remove something or they ever have to get rid of something, they can refund you in points, which cost them absolutely nothing. They don't care about refunding you in points. It's free. It doesn't mean anything. And then it says that children are even more vulnerable to these manipulative tactics. Data shows that children in Europe are spending on average of €39 per month on in-game that's insane. Purchases. While they are among the ones playing the most, they have limited financial literacy and are easily swayed by virtual currencies. The Director General of the BEUC, Agustin Reyna, stated that the online world brings new challenges for consumer protection, and it shouldn't be a place where companies bend the rules to increase profits. The members have identified numerous cases where gamers are misled into spending money. Regulators must act, making it clear that even though the gaming world is virtual, it still needs to abide by real-world rules. So again, ladies and gentlemen, it's very clear that this is something that they've been trying to do for a while. This is not the first time I've seen a certain organization try to go after these studios that are partaking in these monetary practices. And ultimately, is anything going to come for this? Probably not. But hopefully, just chipping away at it little by little, we'll get something that's a little bit more in favor of the gamer and less in favor of these predatory studios that are trying to essentially go after children, because that's really what it is. All these battle passes are aimed to try to take as much money as possible from young people who are impulsive and don't know any better. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.